Okay, today's Tisha B'Av, so we didn't have a chance to, we didn't learn in the morning, but we're going to catch up on the Tanya of the day. Ooh, it's a little bit lengthy. Let's get started. We're on page 79 in the Chayenu. You still didn't get it in the mail? Oh, okay. Check the app. Doc, you with us? The Alter Rebbe wrote this letter, Epistle 4, like most of the letters that comprise Igeres HaKodesh, in connection with the charitable fund of Kol Chabad to support those in Eretz Yisrael, those who are needy. Ein Yisrael Negolan Ela B'Staka. Oh, Chavra, today we're fasting because of the destruction of the Holy Beis Hamikdash, and this portion of the Tanya starts like this. The Jewish people will be redeemed only by virtue of tzedakah. So if you have tzedakah in your pocket, take it out, put it in the box. If it's not in your pocket, go online, make a donation. There you go. As it's written, V'shalveha b'tzedakah, the pasuk says, she shall be redeemed through tzedakah. The redemption of the Jewish people from Golus and the return to Tzion and Yerushalayim, the same root appears in the next pasuk that's quoted, Ksiv, Tzedek lefanov Yahalech, Tzedek, tzedakah, you shall go before him. Instead of Yahalech, it should have said Yelech. Yelech, by contrast, is a causative form of the verb, seeming to imply that the righteousness or tzedakah causes some other entity to go before him. We say this in LeDavid. The paragraph that we say, the Tehillim that we say every Elul. This concept could be understood as follows. On your behalf, my heart says, seek my face. What does this mean? Perush. Bakshu pnimius halev. This means that man is being urged to seek the inwardness of the heart. That means the hidden element within his own heart must be sought after if it's to be revealed. Kihine belahav yisoy eish elikis shabalev. The soul is the flame of the element of the divine fire that's in his heart, meaning within the soul's ardent love of Hashem, which derives from the element of fire within the soul, as mentioned in Tanya. This is in parentheses. Another version. Please, guys. This is another verse. There are two aspects of the heart, if you will. The two aspects, the inner aspect, or first the outward, externality as opposed to essence, and the aspect of pnimius, which is inwardness. The outwardness of the heart. What does that mean? Sometimes we have a love that flares up on account of one's understanding and knowledge of the greatness of Hashem. Say, wow, the goodness that Hashem did for us. We feel so in love with the Eibishter. How do we get to this point? By meditating on the greatness of Hashem. When you think about it, it gives birth to a strong love resembling a flash of fire. You take a little gasoline, you throw it in the fire. What happened? It blows up, right? That's the flame of fire that jumps up. So that's the external level. The inner love that comes from the heart, the pnimis of the heart. That's from the innermost depths of the heart. That takes a lot more than just thinking and meditating for a few minutes. That transcends by far the categories of knowledge and understanding with which man can meditate in his heart on the greatness of Hashem. This is beyond reasoning and understanding. This is a deep, deep, deep love. As it's written, out of the depths do I call you Hashem. From the depths of the heart. This is the way we should be crying out to God on Tisha B'Av. Ad Matzai. I don't know if Maury sent me a video yesterday. I watched it. I was shaking. I had chills. The Rebbe screaming about Tisha B'Av and enough of the Golos. In parentheses, it says, "V'aderech Moshe k'bay b'meili da'omad l'fa'amim yesh inyin gadol ma'od ma'od shekol chayis adam toli boy v'negea ad nekudas apnimius halev ad b'chalal v'goydim lei l'fa'amim lasis masim l'daver tvodim shalei b'das klal." By way of an analogy, sometimes things happen to you that are extremely important, and your whole life depends on it. This has to happen. And it touches him so far, including the innermost point of the heart, and it causes him to do things and say things. It's like he's ready to jump through a brick wall. Because it touches the essence of his soul, it transcends. If something happens to your child, you have a little girl or a boy, and somebody, something happens to them and you're worried about them. I remember I was once in ShopRite and I was with Ellie. He was a little kid, he still had long hair before his upshiners. And I was like kind of holding, I was touching his head, I feel a bump. Like, oh, maybe he has a scab. It was a tick. And I lost my mind. I was like, everybody back up. Like nobody was even near me. Back up. My kid has a tick on his head. I did whatever I had to do to get it out. I pulled it out. And then I held that thing and I got a piece of tape and I squeezed it and I saved it. And I completely lost myself. Yeah, because then you want to check it in case something happened to it. Usually you should get a tweezer. I didn't have a tweezer. I didn't have anything. I just used my nails and I got it out. I would do whatever I had to do, right? Just thinking of an example that came to mind. Whatever it is that's so important to you. Ladies, something happens and you just, everything else gets shut out. That's not like a kind of, let me think about it. That's the external layer of love that we have by thinking about the greatness of Hashem. And sometimes it just comes out like nothing matters. The zelo mazeh. The spiritual realm corresponds to the physical. This is the so too. A Jew's love for Hashem be so great that it touches the essence of his soul and it transcends logic and reason. As it's known, as is known, what happens? Why does this happen? That somebody just overcome with this tremendous love. It could be in the middle of Tishba, it could be in the middle of Yom Kippur, it could be by the Shabbos Kumsitz. In the middle of singing, and you just you just up in heaven, with Hashem, right? Tomorrow night, big one. However, you got to come down. So it's known, this is because the innermost point of the heart transcends the faculty of reason. And what happens? It extends and invests itself in the emotive attributes born of Chochmah Yidadas. You think Chochmah Yidadas is only intellect? No, but there's also an emotion that comes from years and years of training and practice and thinking about the greatness of Hashem, davening every day, learning the Torah. And when it happens, it's a no-brainer. It just happens on its own. You like that? That just happened by itself. It's a no-brainer. The pneumius of the heart, the innermost, is a radiation from the supreme Chachma that transcends Bina and Das, which is understanding and knowledge. This is the supreme Chachma, and there is vested and concealed the actual light of Hashem. As the pasuk says, by wisdom Chachma, Hashem founded the earth. So the two quoted Hebrew words, literally, Hashem is in Chachma, meaning Hashem's infinite light is clothed in Chachma. This is the spark of God in every soul of Israel, every soul of the Yid. In every Yid has this spark. So this is the divine spark, utterly transcending reason. I went to the hospital today, I put on tefillin, I have a picture of it. The guy was tattooed up and down his arms. He said he never had a bar mitzvah, but he put tefillin a couple of times. His mother's Nebuch not doing well. We should do a special mishabeh for her, Judith Bas Rose. Judith Bas Rose. So anyway, his brother, I shouldn't put this on recording. Okay, that's it for today, folks.